I'm Lonnie Johnson. I'm an inventor. The invention that most people know me for is the Super Soaker water gun. I knew the gun worked well and I knew it would be successful. I did not realize how successful it would be. It became the #1 selling toy in the world. My career started actually when I was in high school. I built a robot that won a regional science fair at the University of Alabama. I went on to work at Oak Ridge National Laboratory as a research engineer on high-temperature nuclear reactors, Air Force Weapons Laboratory on advanced spacecraft that use nuclear power sources, then to the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, working on the Galileo spacecraft as the power systems engineer. When I was at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory back in the early 80s is when I first got the idea. The Super Soaker was based on some engineering principles that I applied. I was actually working on another invention, which was a heat pump that would use water as a working fluid instead of Freon. And I shot this stream of water across the bathroom using some nozzles that I'd made, and I thought to myself, geez, if I were to develop a new type of water gun that was a high-performance water gun, it could really do well.
That's not pressure, this is pressure!
Initially, I wanted to manufacture the gun myself. It turned out it was going to cost about $200,000 to get the first 1,000 guns produced. And I thought to myself, I was an officer in the military at the time. I didn't have $200,000 in cash laying around. I decided to come to New York, present my ideas at Toy Fair, try to find a manufacturer that I could work with. And it was there that I met the people at Laramie. They invited me to come to their headquarters in Philadelphia. It took about 2 weeks to build the gun. And as soon as it was finished, I called the guy up at Laramie because I didn't want him to forget my conversation. I got my suitcase and went in, and of course I had my prototypes in the suitcase. I opened it up and they asked to see what I had, and I showed them the gun. They said, well, does it work? How well does it work? So I pumped it up and shot it across the conference room. The president of the company said, wow, and that was it. I knew I captured their imagination, and the rest is history. Actually, the first year it was called Drencher. It was not called a Super Soaker. Someone claimed the name of Drencher and wanted us to pay royalties on that, and so we changed the name. That's when we came up with the name of Super Soaker. The guns were literally blowing off the shelves by word of mouth. We couldn't keep up with demand. People would say, Johnson, you're really lucky. And I saw it as just a lot of hard work. It took 10 years from the idea to major success. And I started my own business and built my company, my research company, with the proceeds from that invention. I don't really talk about how much money that I've made from the invention, but I think it is fair to say that just about all of it is going into the research that I'm conducting. So it's going back into the company to develop some of the energy technology that I'm focused on. I am a nuclear engineer. I'm working on advanced energy technology. I have a new type of engine that converts heat into electricity, and I've also developed a new type of battery that's all ceramic without liquid electrolyte. The other toy gun that was on the market and enjoying major success was these Nerf dart guns.
It's Nerf or nothing.
And I wanted to have that part of the market too, so I started developing Nerf dart guns, and I've developed guns that outperformed the guns that Hasbro had on the market at the time, and eventually ended up doing a deal with Hasbro to license my dart guns. And at that point, I literally was the king of all toy guns.